Everyone's asking why the Iran talks failed and whether the blockade means a return to war. Those are the wrong questions. I think something fundamental has shifted. Here are 5 signals that show what's coming next. The first signal is that the balance of power has shifted. The talks did not collapse. Both sides used the occasion to test their maximum lines, maximum positions. Neither side backed down. If the talks collapsed, it would have collapsed within hours, not after 21 hours. But here we see something important. Iran stood its ground. US was not able to influence or push Iran to concede. It tells you something very important, that Iran now has real leverage. It controls the Strait of Hormuz, influence over global energy flows, and the ability to impose real costs on the international system. That changes the negotiation entirely. Future talks will not be about restoring the old balance. It will be about adjusting to a new one. The second signal is the blockade itself. It signals that the balance of power has actually begun. The US threat of a blockade is not a sign of strength. It is a sign of constraint. Because if the balance of power had not shifted, there would have been no need for such drastic measures. So what does a blockade actually tell you? It tells that Iran cannot be pressured. That leverage on the ground has now become decisive. And that reinforces the first signal. Iran's position has strengthened to a point where the US must now raise the stakes. And here is a key point. Even a blockade does not restore the old balance, and it does not remove Iran's leverage. Pressure is increasing, but the balance has not shifted back. And that is why the next phase becomes inevitable. The third signal, a new phase could begin soon. Because the balance has not shifted back, pressure alone cannot produce an outcome. The blockade raised the stakes, but it does not resolve the core issue. Iran still holds leverage, and the US cannot force a quick concession, which means that this current phase has reached its limit, and when pressure reaches its limit, a new phase becomes inevitable. Talks will resume, I'm not sure when, but they will not be as before. They will be harder, more controlled, and shaped by this new balance of power. The timing, the format, and even the venue may change. This is not a restart. It is actually a continuation under new conditions. And the fourth signal, Iran certainly can wait this out longer. Now here is a key question. Not who wants a deal, but who can afford to wait. Right now, Iran can, because it has something very important. The Strait of Hormuz. A huge amount of global oil passes through here. And behind Iran is China, Russia, and others. That gives Iran the ability to create pressure without going into full conflict. Shipping costs can go up, insurance goes up, markets become nervous. That pressure builds over time. But Iran does not need a quick agreement. It can wait. And that changes the whole dynamic. Now it is not just about what is said in the talks, it is about how long each side can hold out. And the fifth signal derived from the first four, which now tells you that this change is going to affect everyone. This is not about Iran or the US alone anymore. It is actually about the entire system. And what we are seeing is not going to be temporary. We are going to see a change that will be the new normal, the new permanent situation. Even if talks were to continue, I suspect that the balance of power would still reside with Iran, which means to say that Iran would still have some kind of a control over the passage through the Strait of Hormuz. And what that means is that shipping costs may go up, energy prices may become unstable. There could always be a risk of sudden disruption, and this affects businesses directly. Supply chains, logistics, costs, investment decisions, business continuity. So the key point is that we are not going to see things to go back to the old ways. So the Iran war is no longer about whether the talks had failed. The system is changing and is going to change fast. You have to be prepared to take advantage of the change or may face risk being left out. If you are running your own business or you are someone who makes strategic decisions in this environment, remember this. the developments in the Middle East today are not just theoretical. Things are not going to go back to normal. These are foundational changes. They are going to affect everyone, every businesses, your exposure, your supply chains, the cost structure, all of this will be affected. And if this is something that interests you, the details are in the description below. As usual, please hit a like, and I would love to hear your comments as well. Thank you very much.